24 hours, I need more hours with you. We spent the weekend getting even, ooh. We spent the late nights making things right between us. But now it's all good, babe. Roll that backward, babe, and play me close. Cause girls like you run around with guys like me till sundown. When I come through, I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Girls like you love fun and yeah, me do what I want. When I come through, I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I need a girl like you. I spent last night on the last flight to you. I took a whole day up, trying to get way up. Ooh. We spent 24 hours, I need more hours with you. We spent the weekend getting even, ooh. We spent the late nights making things right between us. But now it's all good, babe. Roll that backward, babe, and play me close. Cause girls like you run around with guys like me till sundown. When I come through, I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Girls like you love fun and yeah, me do what I want. When I come through, I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I need a girl like you. I spent last night on the last flight to you. I took a whole day up, trying to get way up. Ooh. We spent
Hello, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to another edition of Conversations with Pagide Expressions. And I'm happy to be here with you. I know it's a raining day. A lot of rain has been falling at different angles and side. But I just want you to let me know where you are watching us from, whether you're watching us from Lagos or you're watching from Abuja or Oyo or United Kingdom. So anywhere you're watching from, please let us know, and I'll be glad to put you through on things I'll be doing today. So I appreciate the fact that you are able to join us despite the weather, and let me know where you are watching us from. So as I always do here on our programs, I always let us know on the rules of engagement before we begin any program. And one of the rules of engagement is that there are times when you are watching but you cannot see what is being said. So please put on the caption on the end of your device, whatever device you're using, whether it's phone, laptop, or iPad, so that you can see what I am saying. Although I know that this transcription usually type my own name as Paggy Diaby, I don't even understand. But yeah, that's it. This is the second of our 1 month June conversations with Pagide Expressions. And we have built for you a wonderful topic this evening. The first one was held last Friday, where we talked about sex, orgasm, and adolescence. And I enjoyed that one so much because I have with us in the studio Jefferson and Comfort. But tonight we'll be having a thoughtful and engaging conversation on the topic of marriage. Last Friday we talked about sex. So now we are taking the step further to talk about marriage. So please stay with us and participate in the conversations as it unfolds before your eyes. You can participate by asking questions in the comment section. You can participate by sharing your opinion, as we always do it now. And let us know what you are equally picking and learning in the course of this session. I'll be delighted to see it and hear from you. So also please read the banner that will be rolling on your screen from time to time. There will be a banner that will be rolling on your screen from time to time. Just as you can see my name, you also see some other things because there'll be informations that will be useful to us during the course of this session. My name is Pagidi, and I'm delighted to be your host tonight as every other night. And I know I've introduced myself last week to our audience, but if you are joining us for the first time and you're listening to me for the first ever time, I'll tell you who Pagidi is again. Pagidi is all about giving humans the privilege and opportunity to speak their minds, express themselves, be listened to, and be understood, not just through written and spoken media, but also in person. This it does with a straight from the heart, non-conformist, direct, and straightforward blunt approach to controversial issues, using its unique writing style and relatable stories that comes with it as an avenue for people to shed off mental weight, emotional aches, and disturbing problems in ways that becomes a life-changing experience for them. A self-professed non-practicing Christian, his writings are basically published on his social media accounts known as Expressions, and he has gradually become vocal on topics and issues not willingly discussed in the society. The happy author of Dearest Suicide, you can see it here. Dearest Suicide. The happy author of Dearest Suicide. Dearest Suicide is a coming of age, controversial, and evergreen 5-book series that covers different areas of the average human life, from relationship to sex, academics, religion, emotions, and breakup. And tonight we'll be having with us in the studio two amazing personalities that will be speaking to us on the subject of marriage. Most importantly, the complexities in marriage and why many of us, I say many of us, or let me just say why this generation don't want to get married. So stick with us as I play this video. We'll be right back soon.
Spent 24 hours, I need more hours with you. You spent the weekend getting even. Ooh. We spent the late nights making things right between us. But now it's all good, babe. Roll that backward, babe, and play me close. Cause girls like you run around with guys like me till sundown. When I come through, I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Girls like you love fun and yeah, me do what I want. When I come through, I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I need a girl like you. I spent last night on the last flight to you. I took a whole day up, trying to get way up. Ooh.
Okay, welcome back. Welcome back. And I'm glad to have you again. If you are just joining us, my name is Pagide, and tonight we'll be speaking on the complexities of marriage, reasons why this generation don't want to get married. So now on Friday, the 12th of May, 2023, the Nollywood industry and Nigeria at large was greeted with the shocking news of the demise of Saint Obi. We were made to understand that Saint Obi died in his sister's house in Jos after a lengthy battle with his health. But what was even more shocking with the news is the fact that he had already died 1 week earlier than announced. And some certain sections of the media alleged that his wife family was the cause of his death, although there are several other rumors attached to the news of his death. But we are not going to be discussing Saint Obi's life, but we'll be discussing the complexities of marriage. And I have with me in the studio Aleton Adenike. Aleton Adenike is a pastor, relationship and family life expert, the teens consultant, and teens coordinator of Foursquare Gospel Church within our district. Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome with me into the studio Aleton Adenike. Beautiful woman. Good evening. I mean, is it still right to address you as my sugar mommy here on this platform?
Well,
Because
Like I used to say, you are the legal one that even my husband is aware of. So on any platform,
very good.
even on
Uh-huh.
Rapture Day, when we get to heaven, let Jesus
Yes.
know. Jeko is Jesus.
Well, it's nice to have you with me here, and I know we've had a conversation before. That was sometime last year when we were launching book 2 of Dearest Suicide. Sometimes death becomes the only option. But here tonight, we are not talking about suicide. We are not talking of another aspect of the human life, which is marriage. And that shows how wide your knowledge is and your experience is in discussing several issues that affects the human life. So today, we are talking about the complexities of marriage. And I mean, we always talk behind the stage, and I always tell you that I don't want to get married. And up to now, I am still not interested in getting married. Sometimes I don't engage in that conversation because it's somehow, I mean, especially when people hear it. And some other times, I just look at it that it is my decision. I've already made my decision with what I want to do. There are so many people that accept or that are also in line with that decision of not wanting to get married. Why some other people that just it's not really anywhere beneficial, but they're just moving with the tide. If they feel like getting married now, they feel, but until they feel like getting married, they've never found a reason to get married. It does not in itself mean that marriage is bad, even though some people feel marriage is bad. As a person, I do say that it's not that marriage is bad, but me, I don't want to get married because I don't have interest in it. Now, apart from not having interest, whether I have interest in it or not having interest in it, there are always critical and crucial questions to be asked regarding the issues of marriage. And one of it is that what is the relevance of marriage if after you get married, you are still having issues that you don't want to talk to? It's not that you don't want to talk to anyone about, but you are the one that put yourself inside marriage, and that same marriage now kill you. Let me even put it that way. Yes, you say you want to get married, you say you found the love of your life and this and that, and you enter marriage, and it's that same marriage that kill you. Why is it so? What is the reason why people put themselves into something that will kill them? Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Yes, that's the question I wanted to ask you first.
Okay. Firstly, I want to say good evening to everyone right here on this platform. It's such a great privilege to be here again with the all-knowing Pagidi. I use the word all-knowing because even as a relationship expert, as I'm said to be, there are times I end up calling him too for issues that pertains to my life, and I'll be like, "Oh, this is what's up with my life," and he'll be okay. Now let's look at it. So I give it to him, all knowing Pagidi. Yes, I won't be surprised if in the
Very
nearest
good.
future this guy brings a series about making money. We know he's into something people don't want to talk about. Everybody talks about money, but I won't be surprised if tomorrow he talks about money. So back to the business,
Okay.
talking about
Yeah.
getting married, the choice of getting married or not. Yes, I know you've ranted a lot of times to me that you don't want to get married. I'm sure for once I've never said why shouldn't you get married? Because yes, it is okay for you not to get married. Even biblically, it is okay. You can choose not to get married. Now, one of the reasons why I am of the opinion that you not getting married does not make you less of a woman or a man, because even if you get married, you might encounter much more problems as a married person than dealing single. But
Okay.
you know, the idea of marriage generated from the fact that we human are bound to have sexual need, and the
Okay.
only legal way to satisfy that need is to get married. So the question I
Okay.
ask myself is, when you say they don't want to get married, are they also willing to go through the route of not committing sin? Now, I'm not here to judge whether you commit sin or not, right? But the truth is, if you don't want to get married because of the complexities in it, now I need you to know that there are the good sides of marriage, yes.
Okay.
I also belong to the school of thought of I won't get married before while I was growing, and that was because of marriages I saw around me, and I said to myself, that what's the need? If after going to the marriage, I still end up losing my life as a woman, or I still end up being thrown out of the house, All those things, it's normal for us to see it, especially in this generation. And I also said to myself, I wasn't going to get married. The best I'll do is to focus on my career and adopt a child. And yes, I'm fine, But then I got to the junction whereby I realized that not all marriages crashes. Not all marriages are bad. Yes, there are good and godly marriages. And the only assignment I gave to myself then was to focus on good and working marriage. Now, it is not because I've changed my mind about getting married, but because I wanted to see the other side of the coin. The part where most people see is the bad side, really. And when they see the bad side, they judge from that perspective alone. And when that happens, it leaves you to a limited choice, because you are only seeing one side of the coin. But by the time you see the other side of the coin, it is very much possible for you to want to look at it again in another dimension and draw out a different conclusion. So yes, it is okay for you to say they don't want to get married. Very okay. But my own stand is, if you say you don't want to get married, are you ready to go I don't want to use the word righteous youth, because I know Pagidi is a non-self-practicing Christian. Most times when that line strikes at me, the only verdict that comes to my mind is, yes, he knows he's a Christian. He knows Christ. Okay. And that's why he can call himself a Christian. But because he is not practicing it, like he's not doing it the way they used to do it. You're about to say, now this guy here is not ready to do it the way they want to do it. He's doing it the other way. He's doing it another way, to his own taste. So now the question to you now is, yes, you don't want to get married. But are you willing to do it in such a way that your choice of not getting married will lead you into sin? Okay, like I said, this is not our topic. Sin or no sin, I'm not here to do that. But yes, it is okay not to get married. It's okay for you to reply people that, yes, I don't want to get married, with your choices.
Now, yes, one thing, sometimes in conversations you cannot you cannot let me use the word, or let me allow us to put in this context, things we are talking about in this angle. Let's just say, okay, we cannot remove sin in this particular line of discussion. I mean, there are ways we can have this discussion without involving religion or spirituality and all that. But the question still comes that, when you are living for a purpose. When I mean for a purpose, that is, you live, get married, you live, go to school, work, get married, have children, die, something like that. Now, if you say, no, yes, now. So if you say, before I say, if you say, what we know in our society, marriage is part of what we know in our society. Whether African or not, everyone gets married. At least 80% or 90% of the world gets married. So there is no way we can totally remove marriage. So if you say you don't want to get married, people will ask you that. So what do you now want to do? How do you want to have your children? The next thing is that, so are you saying you want to have baby mama? That's the first thing you're saying. Then another talk of, so are you saying you want to have premarital sex and all this kind of thing? Now, when you enter marriage, what are you going to be doing inside the marriage? Because, yes, I mean, people always tell us, get married. I mean, maybe the purpose of marriage is so as to have children, or so that your parents will see their grandchildren and all those kind of things. But when you get married, what do you want to do inside that marriage? Because some people, when they get married, after 1 year, 2 years, they start having their issues and they divorce. You've already pointed it out that marriage is good and that it is not every marriage that ends in one problem or the other. But what is that relevance? What is the thing that will make someone want to get married?
Okay, thank you very much. Like I usually say that the unavailability of something is the reason why people quest for another thing. Now, no matter how good you are as a person and you decide to make way in life, make way in your career, make your money and everything, even if you have good friends, there is a level of friendship that just a friend cannot fit in. So that is companionship. That level is companionship. So Even the Bible established it that marriage is for companionship. You just need somebody always there. Unfortunately, in the Nigeria, or let me say the world of today, a lot of people are in marriage even without being companions to each other. You know, the idea of companionship is somebody you can always run to. At the snap of the finger,
Yes.
they are there. They are ready to listen. They might not be able to profess solutions to you, but they are listening, and you are being heard. And the joy of being heard is enough to ease whatsoever burden you're facing. So, yes, if you ask me, the major reason you want to get married is for companionship. Talk about sex, you can get sex elsewhere.
Oh, I think there's
About
something.
children, you can adopt, you can, my point. Yes, you can do it. If you want that you would constantly get in marriage, that you might not get in every other form of friendship, is companionship. Even as even when we talk about different sex marriage, you get my point.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
companionship is there. I'm not going to talk
So,
about them individually, but the moment you realize that this is what we are doing together, that companionship is there.
okay, so it has come to be that many people desire companionship, right?
Yes.
They go into relationships for companionship and all that. I mean, most of relationship is even the basic thing, dating and all those kind of things. I am not going to those who date and have maybe second branch in Abuja, third branch in Canada, and all this kind of thing. But majorly on the focus of companionship in itself. Okay, but it's becoming a thing like they want this companionship, but they don't want this companionship to lead to full-time commitment with that particular person. So because I think that's one of the essence of marriage, right? Because is
Yes.
that so the marriage is like solidifying it that you are with this person for life, maybe for the so this companionship that people go into, they don't want to commit it to the extent of together forever, all those kind of thing. Let me ask, why is it so?
Okay,
Because we're looking
yes.
at reasons
Man would
why people don't get married. They need this companionship, they love it, they cherish it, but they don't want to fully commit to that person.
because they will always want more. I hope you get that. They will
Yes.
always want more. So, in the process of wanting more, even whatsoever you get from that person, you will still think that I can get more. From the person, from another person, you would always say you can get more. Okay, a quick example. Say I get married to this man after meeting a man. I feel okay, yes, we are okay, we can get married. But upon marriage, I realized that some things I have, some perceptions I had about him were not true. It is
Okay.
normal for me want to get out of the marriage, one, or to consider having a leg outside the marriage, like you said. So
Mm.
the good part is we are expected to be in it in the good or the bad times, which is not so easy, but easy to say, not easy to do. But then the truth remains that even when you realize that this is not what you signed up for, there are ways to go around it rather than staying there and getting yourself I don't want to use the word deprived. Yes. It's easy
Wait, sorry,
to get
what do you mean
yourself
by the deprived in itself?
okay. Deprived is you wanted something, you know you can't
Okay.
get it there. The moment you
Okay.
accept that even though I can't get it, I'm staying there, you are depriving yourself. If I'm
Yes,
married to a
yes.
man that doesn't sexually satisfy me and I have an higher libido than him and I choose to remain there, I'm depriving myself,
Okay.
especially if I'm not talking about it. But if I decide to talk about it and one way or the other, we both, myself and the man, decide to look at possible ways of helping ourselves out of that need, Because the truth is, any marriage you see today that
No,
has
sorry,
a branch,
are you speaking from the general human perspective now, or you are speaking from the female perspective, or you are speaking from the male perspective?
general human perspective,
Okay.
as a
Okay.
man, you might have a need that is not satisfied at home too. And it is
Okay.
either you want to have a branch, like you said, or you keep to it.
Okay.
But having a branch
Just
is
like
not.
what I said, one of my beliefs about marriage, I mean, it's when I mean beliefs, theory, I think theory suits better than belief. One of my theory about
Okay.
marriage is like getting married is like having DSTV bouquet
Mm-hmm.
and just
Mm-hmm.
watching one channel for the rest of your
Just
life.
channel.
Just one channel, DSTV. You have the
A
entire
whole DSTV.
DSTV, and you're just watching one channel for the rest of your life. No matter what you like, it shall tire you what time and you want to change the
Of
channel. Like someone
course.
like
See,
me, someone like me that watch. I mean, my best channel on DSTV is Telemundo. So no matter how much I watch Telemundo, at least yesterday I was watching Champions League final, and they don't show Champions League final on Telemundo. So where did I go to watch it? You understand that kind of thing. So
you
yes,
have
you
to
can
go to
continue.
where
I
they
just want
watch where they show Champions League. You go to the branch, to the nearest branch where you can have it. Okay, yes. But marriage is legally binding. Let's come to
Yes.
the reality. Marriage is legally binding. So for the fact you are sticked to watching Telemundo, even if you know that you want to watch Champions League, it is either you talk to the producers of Telemundo that, okay, this is what I want to do now. Is there a way you can bring this particular show to your Telemundo?
Yeah.
You are married to this woman. You know that maybe probably she's this Jesus kind of girl, and you get this is a practical one. And you being a Jaye guy all the way from school days, you and I know that you might not be sexually driven in a way. Our own way of having sex might just be lie down, get the penetration, and stand up. But your own way of having sex might be all the old styles you can ever create in your head. Now, this woman who happens to be a one-way traffic, she can even see you as a sinner on the long run. You get it? She would wonder that how could you be thinking of such in your head? But the truth is, the moment you realize that this is who she is, you sit down and talk about it.
Lined up between missionary and all those.
But we all know that missionary is the way, the truth, and the lies. It has always been, and it will always be. But it is allowed to go the cowgirl way. It is allowed to go the reverse cowgirl ways. It's allowed. It's not a sin if it is between the set of people. So everything boils down to communication. I don't know if you get the channel we're going through now. See, it doesn't matter who you are with. It doesn't matter what you want. The moment you are able to communicate and reach out.
That needs to that person.
Yes, you reach out to the person. Oh, I don't like the way we are doing this. And the good part is, whoever you are reaching out to, if they receive it with a clean mind, it is always easy to seek for help. And that way, you will realize that even in your Telemundo, you can watch Arise News. They'll bring it to you live and clear.
Oh, you are going for me.
So, everything says you can get married. It's good to get married. I would say, yes, at some points in my life, I said I was never going to get married. But then I saw the good part of marriage. Yes. And with my little experience of 5 years in marriage, I can say that if I come again to this, I'll get married.
It has been 5 years. Wow.
My guy, you don't pass 5 years where I marry you. And I'm still waiting for you. I'm still waiting for you to change your mind.
Wait. All right.
I'm still waiting for you to change your mind.
Before you wait for me, I want to go on break because we have I will tell you in the studio. So I want to use that one to catch break. This is one that you're telling me that you're waiting for me. So I will go on a short break now with this video. When we come back, we'll bring in I will tell you Oluwapelumi. All right, welcome back. Welcome back. If you are just joining us, we've been talking about the complexities of marriage, reasons why this generation don't want to get married, and I've been discussing with Adenike Aleiton. But we also have in the studio Oluwapelumi Awotedu. Oluwapelumi Awotedu prefers to be called JMP. He's a professional writer and an entrepreneur, the lead consultant at Regency Consult. His biggest strength is leadership. He has led in several positions, formally and informally, in different settings. He hopes to lead in one of the Nigeria states one day. This time around, let's make welcome to the studio Oluwapelumi Awotedu. I hope is listening. So we'll be having both Awotedu and Adenike this time around speaking with us. Alpha, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Yes, I
Okay.
can hear you, but I'm not sure if Pelumi is hearing us yet.
Yeah, I can hear you both. Can you hear me?
Okay. Okay, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. How was your day? And how is the rain coming at your end?
It's been disturbing a lot of things.
I can't hear your audio clearly. Okay, pending the time. Okay, pending the time. Awotedu is able to hear us. We've been talking about the complexities of marriage, and now I want to ask Nike, back to you. You know, I love how you've been bringing this topic so far. And one thing about marriage is that we cannot push away marriage, whether we like it or not. And we cannot push away companionship because we all need what is that? We all need someone to survive. But apart from that, we need someone. It's not that we need someone to survive. We need
We
someone
all
to
need
bench.
someone.
We need someone to bench.
Hello, can you
Or
guys hear me?
yes, I can hear you. We don't need someone to bench. We need someone to share our thoughts with. We need someone to share our time with. We need someone to share different things. We can never be so alone that we will not want to talk to another person. Now, for some reasons in the course of our talk, no, not in the course of our talk tonight, I mean in the course of talk of marriage, there's also the LGTB and the MITV people. But I mean, they have their own place, whether they want to get married to man or they want to get married to woman. Me as a person, I like breasts. So I always think of breast first. I always think
So
of
if you
nyash first.
eventually marry in the nearest future, you will still marry woman. Like my prayers are not in vain. Hello, my prayers are not wasting. You know, I've been praying and I'm still praying, and I know God will answer my prayer. Like if we eventually marry in the nearest future, you will marry a woman and I'll collect wife.
No, definitely. You will collect. No, the most important thing, I know I'm going to have a child. No, not a child. I want children. So, but what I don't now know is when the only thing I say about this marriage is that, okay, maybe if I want to get married, because, you know, family something. With marriage, that's where people come and donate money for you. Come and spray money and give. If you just tell someone that you need money, do not give you. But if you say you want to marry, money will come. So, but apart from all that, we know that we need companionship. Even me as a person, I know I need companionship. So we cannot put up. But to what extent is this companionship? Naim, I cannot answer you. I cannot categorically say I want it for the rest of my life or I want it for certain period of time. But let me ask Pelumi, what are the commitments and responsibilities? Sorry, can you hear me before I even continue the question?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good. What are the, although your audio is low, I heard what you said now, but the audio is very low, so I'm not sure people watching will be able to hear. If you can remove the earpiece and it works fine for you, good. Yes.
Hello.
Okay, yes. Hey, it's better now. It's better now.
It's better. Okay, okay.
Better now. Yes. So now we know that marriage is dynamic, and it is an institution, and it is complex in itself. It has its challenges, it has its good side, it has its enjoyable side, and that even if you marry your bestie, you can still break up, and even if you marry someone that you did not like at the beginning, you can still live up to 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. At least our parents and grandparents, they always say that their love did not start at the beginning, that it was as they were growing in the marriage that the love came. So what are the commitments and responsibilities that comes with getting married?
Okay. Good evening, guys. Adenike, good evening. John, good evening. Sorry about
Yeah,
the
thank you very
network.
much.
It gave me a lot of issues. Okay, but I'm glad I'm here.
Yeah.
Okay, let me go straight to your question, Gideon. First, I would say it's about your mind.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the first thing. Do you want this thing? One reason why most young people don't get married, like as in when they're in a relationship, the relationship does not lead to marriage, is because they don't want to get married. I don't know if you get me. Like
Yes.
almost 15 years old, almost
Mm.
14 years or almost 17 years old. They
Mhm.
are playing, now they are playing. Only
Yes.
in few
Yes.
cases will they take that relationship for, let's say, 5, 6, 7 years to marry. But they are
Even though
playing.
at that, even though at that stage they'll be talking about marriage and how many
Yes,
children they want to have.
yes. But one is Serene, they are playing. So the first thing is your mind. Do
Okay.
you want this thing? Like, do you want to stay in this marriage?
Hmm.
If you don't want, then there's nothing. So that's the first
Hmm.
thing. If you are not committed in that level, I don't think there's anything. We've heard of cases.
Okay.
Okay, when I was going to get married, we met in July and we got married in December.
Okay.
Funniest thing, we met online before we met offline. And within few
Okay.
months, we were married. Why? Because we both wanted to get married. So it's the same thing. It's that same level of commitment in your mind that takes you to. Someone asked me when I just got married that one of the things they get scared about the most is the fact of seeing one person every day. That is, you only be seeing your spouse every day. It's only this person you'll be seeing when you wake up, when you want to sleep. Then I asked the person a question. Do you have issues seeing your parents every day?
That one is your parents now. Ah.
It's just the mind. Because you believe they are your parents, you believe they are family. You understand? Even if they are not your parents, they adopted you,
Mm.
and you live with
Okay.
them all through your life. You still want them to be around. Why do
Hmm.
people don't want their age ones to go to die? Your
Mm-hmm.
parent is around 90, 100. You still don't want them to die. They see that you say, they killed my daddy. Your daddy of 95.
No, he died. He
They don't kill that
died.
before. Yes, but because you see him as family and you don't want him to go. So it's the mind. It's the mind. If you cannot control your mind, then that commitment will not be there. It's not
Okay.
like you won't
Now,
get tired.
mm,
You get tired. But if you can control your mind that this is my responsibility, then you have that commitment.
does this responsibility is this something that is wired with us? I mean, like they say, no, not like they say. When you are growing up as a female, you are wired that you are going to get married, or you are wired to be washing plates, cooking, and all this kind of thing. As a boy, I don't even know what boys are wired with when they are growing up. I don't know. But what I was trying to now bring out is that because I think it is even females that they somehow train more than males. So this responsibility thing, this mind thing that you're talking of, is this something that is wired to us as we grow up, or it is something that we see? Because sometimes people just get married. They don't even, if you really ask them, why did they marry? What was the reason? Apart from love, they may not be able to say. So what is that mind thing that we are talking about?
Partly, I'll say we are wired that way. Like they give birth to you, you grow up, and you get married, you give birth, we continue the work God has given us to do like that till eternity. Okay. Partly, I'll say we are naturally, it is like we are wired that way. But I'll also say it goes beyond that. It goes beyond the natural. We see a lot of irresponsible people around. I have this guy around that was telling me one time that that he has like 3 baby mamas or like 4 baby mamas. He has one wife and the other. I just look at him and I was like, this one, you don't know what they do. Because I think that is what makes you a strong person. No, it is not. You that cannot think with your head to bring out something strategic. You think just sleeping with ladies around and giving birth. No. So a lot of people are irresponsible. And let's see where it comes from. It comes from their background, their parents, majorly. Their parents. Let's look at ourselves too. Let's see our parents. Most of us, we have responsible parents.
Okay.
It will be kind of hard for us to deviate. It's not like we cannot deviate, we can, but it will be kind of hard for us to deviate. When Adenike was talking the other time, she said, if you are not getting what you want in the marriage, you can leave. Yes, you can leave, but at some point, it's kind of hard. Marriage is not just you and the woman alone. Your parents are involved. Now you want to do something, maybe your mother-in-law will just call you, pam, 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 and you just calm down like, okay, Monty Junior, you understand? So your parents are involved. Sometimes the society, yes, that's at large. Let's come back. The community you come from, especially in time past, you understand, when we still have this communal lifestyle, the community is involved. Let's say you from Ogijo, you went to Agric to pick a wife. You understand? So Ogijo and Agric, they see a form of a kind of alliance.
Come together.
Yeah, so you can't just say, I'm not getting married again. And you break up with it's hard. Yes, you can have that thought.
Especially for even coming to online. How do they say that in those that are following people that are married? All the celebrities, they say that online online shipping or something like that. Yes, they don't want people to separate. Yes, thank you, online family. Thank you.
A lot of things are involved, so it becomes hard. But if you, as Adenike spoke, you can have branches, but to break that main tree is kind of hard. So I would say background has a long way. It has a long road rather to play. Our background plays a long road.
Okay, Nike, coming back to you, what is the how can we talk about intimacy and connection when it comes to marriage? Because you made mention of companionship, that marriage is about companionship, and many times it is difficult maintaining these emotions and physical intimacy, this sex of a thing in marriage. And one of the things that makes, I don't know whether it has happened to you, both of you are married. I mean, people usually say, they say that it's after you marry, you will now see someone that is more handsome than your husband or more beautiful than your wife. First of all, how true is that? How true is that? Nikki, how true is that? Are you here? Okay, our network is frozen. I don't know. Okay, yeah, let's go to Belum. How true is that thing? That after you marry,
You've always seen someone more beautiful than your spouse. Don't deceive yourself.
good.
You've
I shall know
always
you've
seen
come
that
out with the truth.
all your life. You've always seen that. Let's be realistic with ourselves. So,
Mhm.
and you continue to see that. I've said it. One, commitment. You want to be committed. See, is it because someone is more beautiful that's why you go after them? I don't think so.
Mm, mm.
I don't think so. You can't just say because
I think it's because of what you want or what you see. It's because of what you want or what you see.
the first thing is your own nature.
Mm-hmm.
Are you that kind of person? Do you want to go around? You understand?
Yeah.
If you want a reputation as a mad dog, you get it. Like
Mm.
you are not responsible. You fetch. So the first thing is your person. It's not about seeing someone more beautiful or better than your spouse. You always see that,
Okay.
but your person has a long way to go. So who are you? What do you want? So that's the main thing.
Okay. Nika, I was asking that Pelumi was just he has answered the same question by saying, because I was asking about the intimacy and connection, that how does it play with our marriage, and I then asked that um people say that when you get married, that's when you see someone more beautiful than your wife or someone more handsome than your husband. So for you, what's your experience? Not really what's your experience like. Is it so? Yeah, is it so? Because people do talk about it.
Okay, so in my own perception on that regard is
Mm.
what's your definition of beautiful and handsome? It might not
Okay.
be the physical qualities. It might
Okay.
not be what people are seeing. Yes. See, okay, let me use that word. It's somehow true that you get somebody that entices you more, not somebody
Okay.
apparently
Okay.
more beautiful.
Okay.
What I see to be
Okay.
beautiful,
Makes
another
sense.
person can sit down like, you don't really know any. I hope you get my
Mm-hmm.
point. So we are not going
Yes.
to use the word more beautiful or handsome. It's not about physical
Okay.
features. It's about what you see in that person, what brought you to intimacy with that person, what got you connected to that person. Okay, yes. If you are with a man that is someone that quickly identifies when you are not happy, it can
Okay.
automatically connect you with that person. But the truth is, he's not the only one that can see your life wire. Another person in the nearest future can also have that same feature of noticing when you are not okay. So you found somebody much more beautiful. But like I
It
would always
reminds
say, satisfaction is the key.
it
Satisfaction
reminds
is
me
the
of
key.
one
The
time.
moment you
Yeah, it
realize
reminds me
that
of one
you need
time.
to be satisfied with what you have,
Mhm.
even if you get somebody 10 times better, as a man, as a woman, what you're supposed to do is now how to get your partner attracted to them in the first place.
Mm. Mm.
I don't know if you got the last
Yeah.
part of this conversation.
Yes. I got that
The
very well.
moment you find someone, oh, thank you very much. Pagidi, did you get that?
Yeah, I got it.
Did you
I
get
got
that?
it. Yes,
It's
I did.
important you get it. That the moment, yes, it's important because that is the sustenance we have in marriage. Let me tell you that little secret.
Okay.
The moment you find somebody who does what your spouse did before they got you rather, the moment you find someone who does it better, the easiest way for you to be satisfied is to help them do more. If this
Mm.
man caught you by giving you gifts, maybe that was the reason why you liked him then, and you notice
We
that
should
after
continue.
marriage, the kind of gift or the frequency in gifting has reduced. And in your office, you found somebody who
Like they're always giving, bringing chocolate, bringing this and that. Maybe he's even taking you home.
When you put it just like
Guy, oh, it is well.
spouse. That
when you
way,
put it
you
just
would
like
not see that person you are getting it better from home.
See, so what you are now trying to say is that I should now be telling, if it's me now. Let's assume I saw her by she always giving, wait, I don't know what I like, but let's just assume I saw her by she giving me things, and now in my place of work, and that person is not giving me things and I'm liking it. So I should now make my wife be giving me things so that it will bring back the love. Is that what you are trying to say? Eh?
Your wife to give you gifts. And after that
Okay.
person in your office gave you gifts, if I were you, I will get to my be like, Amanda gave me so lovely. You are sending a signal to somebody whose age is correct, who knows you like it, who know that it's like I need to stop my game on gifting.
Which stop
Uncle, I
game?
have a
I mean to cause
question.
fight.
Did you get that?
Which cause?
Uncle,
I mean to cause fight.
Uncle,
That's
I
so.
have a question.
Oh yeah, ask your question. Ask your question.
What kind of gift?
Eh?
What kind of gift?
Ah. Is it what kind of gift? Okay, yeah, that's
The other room gift they are giving you already.
no. It is from the physical gift. It's from the physical gift that it can lead
That
to
one is
the.
gift, abi?
Yeah, God. No. Oh yeah. It's not gift of the spirit. But I'm just trying to understand. If you are telling your wife, because these are part of the issues. If I'm not telling my wife that this person gave me gift, whether I'm sending a signal or not, my wife will not be attacking me that. So that is the person that can be giving me gifts. Because she will not even. You people are, how you women do
I
this.
hear that though. I really hear that though. What did Mr. Pajubi say? Oh,
Oh,
asked a
he's
question,
saying that what kind of gift? He says, is it spiritual gifts? That's
No, the other room gift.
or the other room gifts.
Because if you don't dey collect that gift, you're supposed to know.
No, how do you even want to have that conversation with your wife or with your husband that this person you're already see? But anyways, because I'm looking at our time and I think Nick is something like this. How do you resolve? Sorry, I was trying to hear, but it's looking like I can't even hear myself right now.
and I said gifts.
No, it's fine.
Okay, yeah, continue, Nick. Let me see. Nika, you said gift is what?
It's big. Don't get just spiritual like that. It might not just go pin and you get yourself tangled. It could be from something small. But
Okay.
then I need to address an issue. Are you there with me?
Yes, I am. Yes, I'm with
Okay,
you. I can
so
hear
the
you.
issue I want to address is the process of communicating with your spouse.
Okay. Yes, that's where.
So you said something. You said yes. You know, you mentioned something. You said, what if you get home and you tell your spouse that somebody gave me a gift today, and you're trying to send a signal? What if she got it the wrong way and she gets angry? That, oh, so this is what you are doing in the office. See, there is a level of trust that you will get to in a marriage that you will start doing things like that.
Okay.
There's a level of understanding you both will have before you start telling your spouse everything.
I learned something.
I remember when I just got married, my husband was there and he would say something like, I saw a girl with big bum today in my office.
Okay.
And I'll be like, is that what you are looking at in your office? And the next thing he will say is, but then you're fine. No. You know, if I'm somebody who doesn't have an understanding, I'll probably think he's already flitting in his mind. But you know, he said something afterwards. He was like, whenever he sees women like that, and he sees their futures like that, he will say to himself, my wife's own is better than your own. And that's the consolation.
Okay.
So the story is, as a man or as a woman, before you start communicating such things to your spouse,
Personally, I will not even tell you many things.
Because that's what I wanted to say with that. That I learned that as a man, you are not supposed to be telling your wife everything. It's not like I've held on to that something, but like it's not everything you tell her. Yeah.
It's not even as a man.
Okay.
It's not even as a man, as a human. Yoruba has this adage, they say, "Ohun tí ojú ò rí, òun bá ọkàn jẹ́." That is what the eyes does not see does not affect the mind.
Okay.
See, you can have another branch for 10 years.
And your wife will not know. Or your husband will not know.
Does not have knowledge of it. They won't be affected. But any day they have knowledge of it, they get affected. It's the same way with talking about telling your spouse some things. Now it depends. We have different kind of people. We have different kind of maturity. You understand? Some people can take it. They can accept that the opposite sex play with their wife, talk with their wife, do all sorts of things, and they are not even affected. They don't care.
Like Nike's own.
Problem in here. You understand? Some women don't even care if their husband have 2-3 other wives. They'll say, "I'm not touching me after one more." They don't care.
Yes.
So now we have people like that, and we have some other ones. Hey, even ordinary flashing on the husband's phone that the husband did not pick. Hey, I even heard of a man this afternoon that he monitors his wife from Abuja. I was like, you might compare that. Like,
He monitors his wife from Abuja.
last one, come
and call the neighbors and tell them to go and give phone to his wife. So to be sure that the wife is at home because she works from home. You will just kill yourself. Ìyàwó ẹ̀ tó wà ní compound ló máa máa service ẹ̀.
Which is very true.
Yes, it is what happens. See, if you can accept it, then fine. We have people who can accept anything like that. When they hear it, they see it does not affect them. Then you can tell that kind of spouse everything. But if your spouse cannot accept it, then I'll tell you that wisdom is profitable to thy head. Ignorance is bliss. Let them be in the dark in some things.
Now, I don't know, but yes, it's true. Wisdom is profitable because what is applicable in one person's marriage is not the same thing that will be applicable in another person's marriage. Not even just in marriage itself. The kind of relationship you've built with your spouse. That's what you will use in talking. There are some married people, both of them, both the husband and the wife, they go to bar to drink in the evening. And they drink finish. In fact, they even be with other people, their friends, and they drink finish. This one will go to his house, they will go back to their own. Then they drink, another person, they may be having different called, they finish, they go. But some people, they will prefer to have only their friends because they know that once their wife hears that can't place that problem. Now, I want to shift to another aspect. Your baby wants to say hello.
Please just avoid that woman. Leave her alone.
Yeah, don't worry. I want to shift to another aspect. I started this conversation with Saint Obi's marriage, and that it is alleged, there may be rumors and all that, but it is alleged that at the end of he had issues with his wife's family, domestic violence from the female side now, because domestic violence is generally husband beating wife, but we've not been able to define we've not been able to define the wife beating husband or attacking him. We've not been able to define that as domestic violence. So you get what I'm saying? So now, when there are issues like this, and okay, not and it is not the and. When there are issues like this in the marriage, what is still making you stay in that marriage? You know, Palimi, you talked about that it's the state of the mind that when I was asking about commitment and responsibility, so you already know that this is the person you want to get married, this is the person you want to stay with, and not the now, when there are these glaring issues that is affecting the life, what is that mindset that still makes someone stay in the marriage in the hope that something will get better, or because they don't want others to see what is happening in their mind? I don't know. I hope I'm not even answering the question, but what is that thing that says someone wants to stay in the marriage?
First, personally, I'm against violence. That's me as a person. I'm against violence. Once you guys start eating yourself, and the eating is getting constant, like you eat yourself frequently, I would advise separation.
Okay.
Again, I'm against violence, as in, no, not violence now, sorry, hostility. Hostility. You and I cannot stay in the same house and keep malice. It's not possible. Like, if we don't talk, let's say just one day, and besides, we'll greet ourselves. In the morning, we must greet ourselves. Even when we are fighting, and before you know it, 2-3 days, we must settle it. So, I'm not in support of hostility. You cannot be hostile. I know of a couple who I had have been hostile to themselves for years now. Rubbish Lembaga. Yeah, rubbish Lembaga. Go your own, let me go my own. Why should I come home and okay? For what? See, I will leave the home for you. I will leave the home for you. So I'm against those two things, violence and hostility. Okay, those aside now, let's say you are not getting what you want from the marriage. Why do people stay? Several reasons. People stay for several reasons. But I think the top of it, for women, they stay because of their kids. Women stay because of their kids. Even though it is bad both, women, they stay because of their kids. Probably because they are not financially buoyant, which is the main reason, because the husband has strategically made them financially incapable. Like, hey babe, I don't want you to work. I'll provide for the home, blah blah blah. Now trick. So that at the end of the day, if I tell you A and you're telling me no, it is B, I'm going to withdraw money from you. And once I withdraw money from you, so okay, leave. You cannot leave because you don't even have where you are going. You don't have the finance. So you are going to stay because of your kids. Who's going to pay their school fees? Who's going to pay your house rent? And school fees, house rent, they are even so minimal. Feeding. Who's going to feed you guys every day? So women stay because of their kids mainly. Some men too, they stay because of their kids, because they feel if we get separated, the kids are going to suffer. Yes, there's no way the kids will not suffer when parents separate. So the kids, so fear. It might be fear of the kids, fear of any other thing, you understand? Fear in general. People are scared. People are scared. Again, I tell you that marriage is more than you and your spouse. Your parents are involved. Your parents might tell you, oh, God of you, your dad might tell you, oh, God of you, you understand? And you still respect these people. So people have their own parts too. Your parents, friends, and so on. The community might have a role to play, especially when it's especially this elite. Yes, the elite suffer this a lot. The elite, they suffer this a lot. Let's say Obasanjo gave out Iyabo. to Buhari, whatever. Now, they are not getting along. But because of Obasanjo has something to benefit from Buhari, he will continually say, Iyabo, do it there. Iyabo, do it there.
Yeah. That's where I'll get my contract from, or all those kind of things.
What do you say?
I say that's because that's where we get the contract, or jobs, or maybe appointments, or this kind of things.
Owó tí mo ti kó jẹ nígbà tí mo wà ń jọba, ó fẹ́ kí Buhari wá probe mi, èrò, you understand? So, Iyabo dúró síbẹ̀. Iyabo is saying because she's an elite, there are a lot of things to lose if you leave. So, there are several reasons why people stay in marriages, even though it's not working. There are several reasons. So, those are some I can just highlight at the moment.
Okay, Nike, why does a woman? No, I don't want to speak for the woman. I want to speak for it. Why do women attack their husbands? I have a case. It's not a personal case, so but at the same time, it's not hypothetical. The man is married to the woman. He had issues in his place of work. They arrested him. Took him to EFCC matter. Took him to prison. Spent 2 years in prison. Came back. His wife have sold all his cars and sold the house. The only house she did not sell is the one that she was living in. He was not the only one that was arrested and sent to jail. He and his colleagues in the place of work. During the time they were in jail, those one's wives were coming to see their husbands. But this woman did not come to see her husband. For me personally, I presumed that she already accepted, or she was already expecting that that's where we die, that he will not come back, because I'm trying to understand why she was able to. Now that he's back, she's not the same person filing for divorce and threatening him. So it may not be similar with President Obi's case, but we know that the man was silent in the marriage till he died. You know, the only thing, or the general thing we know about domestic violence is that is the woman that is suffering. And just like what Awoteda said, is the woman that is suffering. She has children in the marriage, so she does not want to leave. She does not have anywhere to go. But for the man who is suffering in the marriage, how do we resolve that kind of thing?
Yeah.
I can't hear you. Check your mic, please.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so I was trying to see if I can use an answer. That's why I needed to be sure. Okay, so for a quick one, it is important to note that it is not just the woman that suffers domestic violence. The only disadvantage in that of the woman is that she's the one that people can easily see through her that something is happening in her house. A man is wired a strong person. Before you can see through a man to know that something is truly wrong with him, you will agree with me that it has deeply eaten him up. But for a woman, a slight misunderstanding in the morning before she leaves for work, a close colleague can tell that something has happened at home.
even
I don't know if you agree with me.
driver itself, maybe the Uber driver or conductor or anyone.
Even the Uber driver will know that this one has. Thank you. So that brings us to the reality that even men suffers domestic violence.
Okay.
And like I would always say, any form of violence at all should be avoided. See, I'm not an advocate for divorce or divorce rather, but I'm an advocate for separation. Take a walk.
Abby?
Take a walk outside of it first. You can come back and resolve. But as a man, as a woman, the moment you feel threatened, even if it's not physical, even if it's emotional, take a walk outside.
Yeah, I'm following.
You might not necessarily need to pack out of the house. But the truth is, for you to get your sanity back in check, you need to leave that environment first and look at it in the right perspective that, okay, what is really happening in my marriage? How can I salvage the situation in my marriage? The case study you brought on, that the man was arrested and sent to the prison and the woman sold everything, if you will be sincere with me, you will agree with me as well that they have been having issues before he was arrested. It is not the arrest that led her to do those things to him. It is probably that the arrest gave her an escape route. Something must have been happening in that house, in that home, that people don't know about. But the moment she saw that this is the avenue to gain my freedom, she took it up. And eventually, when she didn't know the man would be released. When the man was released, she filed for divorce. After she has expected everything anyway, she has gotten all the money. You know, I am of the opinion that as a woman, I'm sorry I'm going to chip in this, because I know you said I should come from the man's perspective.
Yes.
As a woman, no matter the level of financial stability your spouse has, don't do that mistake of, I don't want you to work, sit down at home and not have money for yourself. The reason why I'm saying this is because 90% of women who remain in their marriage because of their children is because they don't have what to do to cater for those children.
That's right.
But the moment you live with the reality that if anything happens tomorrow, I should be able to cater for this child, then you will make ends meet on that part. And you would not have to endanger your life by staying in a place that you know is not healthy for you, but because of your children. Yes, I go against the myth of the Yoruba people. And leave that child though, because if you die, you are dead. Yes. And when you die, that child will live. And if care is not taken, the moment don't even go through the route of I'm staying there because of my children. Don't go through that route. Now, Saint Obi, like you rightly said, he doesn't want to lose custody of his children. I want to believe that despite the fact the marriage was failing, if he was given custody of his children, he probably wouldn't have died.
Okay.
Or probably they had to share the children. You know, the woman found that the 3 children should be in her custody. If adventure he had 1 or 2 to himself, he probably might have not died. And by the time he went to take consolation from his sister in Jos, that was the only headache he had. That was the only thing that was the problem to him. He wasn't bothered that his wife was going. What he needed was the children. So you will agree with me that the case of children in marriage is one of the major things that make both the man and the woman to suffer in silence. So when there is a ruling, or probably there is a court sitting, and there is a ruling that gives favor to a party over another party, that is where there is trouble.
Okay.
But then, if a man in any capacity is suffering any form of violence at home, if I were to be that man, sir, I'll pick a few clothes. True. Just to clear my head. I'm not asking for divorce. I'm not saying woman get out of my house. I just need the head clear, because the truth is, the moment there is chaos at home and you don't find solace in the place you call home, there is trouble every part of your life.
That's true.
So for you to be able to find solace at home when the home is in chaos, take things and leave that home. And when you leave, you are not leaving to while away and drink yourself out. You are leaving to get a clearer picture of what can be done to get the home back in shape. And if God helps you with godly counsel and you get people to come to your aid, it shouldn't take you time to go back to the home. That's why I said I'm an advocate for separation. Yes, if you need to walk out a little, walk out. In the process of separation, somebody who is even clamoring for a divorce can see that no. There's no way I'm going to cope. And there can be resolution. So before you think of voicing out, you yourself should take yourself out. But you know, the mistakes women make nowadays in the process of voicing out or taking yourself out is that they vent on the wrong people. They talk to the wrong people. And that would lead them to having a wrong advice. And before you know it, everything crumbles. But they should not in any way allow violence to keep them silent. It might shock you to know that even those who are happily married also have a part of their life that makes them afraid.
That's true.
It is normal to be afraid in marriage. The fear of the unknown will always be there. But the moment you come to the reality that regardless, I want this to work, you will see yourself walking in that way. But when violence is in, like I said, any form of violence, because you know, in the world of today, most people, what they see is domestic violence alone. There is emotional violence, and that one kills even more than the physical wounds you have on your body.
I think that is one that affected Saint Obi.
Yes, that was the one that affected Saint Obi. Yes, the husband's brother gave him a physical violence. Yes, there was a time the husband's brother came physically, but the wife herself gave him a deep emotional damage. You know, a damage that could make him isolate himself even from the movie industry. Made him sell his own belongings. It has gone deep. It has eaten deep into him. And you know, men, they don't easily express themselves. They would not come out and tell you this is what I'm facing. And you will not even see it on their face. The only time you can is maybe when they go for a drink. And you know, after being a little bit of tipsy, you see them saying the deep things that is hurting them. But then what happens to a man who cannot drink?
I really saying the truth. Yeah. I mean.
Okay, so I think Mr. Palumi wanted to say something.
No. I was only getting up.
No, he was raising that among those that cannot drink.
Yes, there are people that cannot drink. What happens to them? How do they express themselves? Okay, no, if you cannot drink, you'll probably be able to pray. And And in the place
What
of prayer, you
extent?
say it out.
Okay. Okay, and I think that also plays with going to tell the right set of people your counsel. I mean, it's beautiful hearing this kind of things from your side, because from a man, no matter how you break down the question or ask them, they will still want to use that man in them to either not express fully the talks, or use their manly maturity to cover up some things. So hearing a woman speak about these things for a man's perspective makes more sense. Now, as we round up, because we have 10 minutes more, it's good as we're discussing majorly on the complexities of marriage. And yesterday or Saturday, people got married. Next Saturday, people will still get married. Even though people are always saying men has come, everybody still gets married. Even though some people like us are always saying we don't want to get married or blah blah blah, people still get married. But now the question is that why is it, or what are the reasons that makes this generation say they don't want to get married? I want to start with Pelumi. What are the possible reasons that will make someone say he doesn't want to get married?
I'll say marriage is complex.
Okay.
Marriage is complex. It's so wide that the first thing I learned when I got married was how ignorant I've been about marriage. So, you think you know a lot about marriage until you get married. That is when you know that you don't know many things. You only know little about marriage. But I've written here that one of the reasons why people in this generation don't want to get married is because, okay, now we are getting more enlightened about things, and people can really see, they can have that peep into marriages, and they see better than in the past. In the past, people are not so sincere about marriages. People are not so sincere about marriages. People feel, oh, marriage is sweet like that. You see people take pictures, this and that. So a lot of people want to get in, but along the line, they've seen that no, people are not sincere about many things. So now people know better that first, marriage is an altercation to life. Marriage is going to alter your life. That is a fact. Unlike every other union or relationship, marriage alters you. Women are mostly it in this regard. I'm going to say that. They are more it. That is, marriage alters their life more than it alters the male gender. That's a fact. Like now, when I got married, my wife was in Akure. I'm here in Abeokuta. She had to move from Akure to Abeokuta. I didn't go to her. She came to me. So that's an altercation. Now, so marriage alters life. That is, either you're a guy or a woman, it's going to alter you. Then when the kids start rolling in, they're going to alter you the more. Before you think about yourself, you think about your kids. If I have 10,000 naira today, I'm thinking about what everybody's going to use, this and that. If I was alone, I'm going to think about myself. I'm going to think about myself and just go on. In fact, if you're alone, you might not even think of building any house. You might not, you that you can pay for 10-year rent. You just pay 10-year rent. They go, when the 10 years elapse, pay another 10 years. Before you pay like 4 times, usually you go die. So, you understand now? But once you're married, you're thinking about your wife, about your kids. So, marriage alters life. And the people we look at, it alters their life the more. The people we look at, the elite. Because most of us, people don't even know about our marriages. At best case scenario, maybe just people on our street know about us. You understand? And few people online. But the elite, it alters them. So that is why they might not want to get married. Let's consider one celebrity now getting married, especially from the male perspective. You get married and 2-3 years, your wife is filing for the divorce, and she's claiming this. What do you guys call it? This money that they used to get when they divorced. You understand? So she's claiming a certain percentage of your own, either you made it at end or top end, whatever end.
Yes, or estate or anything. Yeah.
So most of the elite, they don't want that kind of thing. I think the Benos, when he divorced, it was massive. I think he's trying marriage again. I saw it in the news recently, but he has not been married all his life. A lot of people like that, they won't get married because they know that he's like, I'm speaking out because the elite are the ones in view. If you marry someone like me and you say you divorce and you take ask me, you understand? So when you have someone who has a lot,
What they really say is that, when Nika was speaking, I was talking about separation, I was like, it's really making sense because at the end of the day, if you want to divorce, you need money to divorce, but you don't need money to separate. I mean, you don't need money to save your life. So, but you need money to actually divorce the person. So it makes sense. It makes sense. Continue.
in the case of someone like me, if I want to acquire property, I acquire it in the family's name, that is my wife and myself. So I've had that in mind that if anything happens, I give it to you. You understand? Maybe I came to Abeokuta with just clothes, and I know what I have today. So I know I can build again, but it's the mind anyway. But some people don't. They don't have that kind of mind, and maybe what they have is because their parents gave them that push, or I don't know, or maybe they stole it. So if they are losing those things, you understand, it's going to be massive. So mostly elite, they don't want to get married like that because first, their life is altered, that is naturally it is altered, and two, in the case of separation or divorce, they lose a lot of things. They lose a lot of things. So that is making them want to stay away from marriage. Just get one baby mama or baby papa and you move on. And let me tell you something. Being single is kind of fine. It's enjoyable.
Eh.
People like that, yes, see, there's this level of freedom you have when you're single. Nobody's asking you where are you coming from, where are you going, this, that. You see that one. As simple as it is, I didn't get the testimony. Kí la fẹ́ jẹ lálẹ́ yìí? Let's go to Messi. Collect him to me.
You need to see that's the biggest challenge of every woman. It's the biggest because you are the only one thinking about what you want to cook. The man just want to see.
So, my wife would always ask, please just cook anything. I'm not the kind that says, can you come over? Cook food, let us eat. So, when you are single, you are free. You are free of those things. You want to eat something, just go and eat. You buy it. If you want to cook, you cook. So, singleness gives a high level of freedom. It gives a high level of freedom. Especially for females, yeah, and even for males, yeah. You are free. You are free. So, most people want to be free like that. You want to travel, you want to see the world. You don't want anything taking you back like that you are going again. You understand? The kids are not always going. But once you are married, it's like you have limited your freedom. You have to tell someone you are going out. You have to inform someone, not take permission, but inform. It's just being responsible. At least about GFA, come on, wife. You understand? The kids are there, you are thinking about them. So freedom is kind of lucky. It's kind of lucky. Your freedom is limited and your responsibility more, it is wider. So I think that does not want a lot of people in this generation to get married.
Okay, for Nike, what are the possible reasons also? I mean, just like same question that I asked, what are the possible reasons why people don't want to get married? Because I mean, companionship, people will always need companionship. And sorry, can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, I can hear you.
So people always need companionship. People always need. People always have children, and people always have money one way or the other. So, but what are the reasons why? And apart from that, people will still get married. What are now the reasons why some people feel or desire that they don't want to get married? They don't want to do all those things. So, what are the reasons?
Okay, thank you. Based on the century where we are in now, you realize that we have a lot of reasons why people choose to say, okay, yes, I'm not yet ready to get married. Like you said, eventually they'll marry them. Because whether they will like it or not, every Saturday there will still be a wedding. Where men are scum, women are bag, I don't know. They will still marry. One way or the other, they will still find themselves entangled. So I would not want to use the word why they don't marry, but I will use the word why they choose not to get married. Because they will eventually still marry. You now, you. Let me point my finger at you very well. You. Give your this you.
I have my brother in my wardrobe.
Olu.
I have my brother in my
Elumi.
Yes.
You will still get married in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
That's on a lighter mode. Say amen with me now.
I said amen now. I said amen. So it not be that when you are praying, maybe let me was I. I don't say amen though. But I'm listening to you. You see, but when you said the prayer not too much.
One of the reasons why I've been praying for you and I will not stop praying for you till I come on your wedding day. Even if I leave this Nigeria and you decide to get married, I will come. So let me continue. That prayer, I'm praying it.
The world is waiting.
So like I said, one of the reasons is because people want to focus more on their career. And like how like what Mr. Palumi said earlier, he said people might have been seeing failed marriages and they think it is not worth it. It is also a reason why people don't want to get married. Because you'd be like, what is even there? People that are there, we are seeing their end. We are seeing the roughies going through their life. So let me remain single and live a peaceful life. So it could be because of failed marriages. And another reason why youth of nowadays is not considering marriage. Or let me serve this breakfast here. One of the reasons why Gideon Belumi. Oh, let me make it formal.
No, no, wait now. They know already.
One of the reasons why Barrister Disu that I know. One of the reasons, let me finish. Just leave me, please. One of the reasons I know why Barrister Disu doesn't want to get married is that he's scared he might not be able to handle monogamy. He's scared that tomorrow he sees a woman with a big breast and he wants to follow her. He is scared that tomorrow he sees another big bomb and say, oh no, let me follow this. So okay, yes, I'm not here to point finger at you actually, but it's one of the reasons why youth don't want to. They are scared that they might not be able to manage a one-man, one-woman relationship. They feel they will want more outside. And because they know that going outside might not benefit their spouse, they will say, okay, let me remain myself.
Okay.
Because you know that the woman you claim to love, if you decide to go outside, she's going to feel pained and you don't want to hurt her. So you say, don't let me marry her. Let us just be keeping ourselves on that basis of being in a relationship, but not getting married. Because you know that there are chances of you going out when you marry. and you don't want to hurt her
Yeah.
feelings. So it's one of the reasons why people don't want to marry. Another reason why you don't want to marry is because you feel it's not necessary. Talk about sex, you can get your sex. Talk about children, you can get your children. Talk about companionship, you can get it elsewhere. So people of now also feel it is not necessary. Like they don't see just one singular reason why it is a must. Because the things we get in marriage, they can also get it outside marriage. We are not in a country where if you have a child outside wedlock, you'll be killed. The highest they will do is to talk about you, but they will not kill you. And in as much as they will not
They
kill
cannot
you,
send
it
you
is
to
an
jail.
opportunity for you to get your child outside wedlock. Sure, you get me. So another reason why they don't want to get married is because they don't see the reason to. They don't see the reason to. Then what if the person you want to marry is not legally allowed that you marry? No, I tried as much as possible not to meddle in the TV opera going up now. That's Wura. You will agree with me that Lulu is not saying he doesn't want to marry. Lulu wants to marry. I don't know if you are seeing Wura.
I'm not, but I'm following.
You are not okay. Maybe any of our viewers, okay, any of our viewers could be seeing Wura. And
Definitely.
so if Lulu is a gay, yes. Although he didn't say it at home, but he wanted to get married to another gay. And that's because he sees it as I can marry this.
That's it. I don't know what is wrong with our network, but I was really enjoying that part because talking about gay and not. Wait, oh, come, I know you very well. So they're already talking about gay in Nigerian movies. It is well. Well, it means they are taking us on that place that that needs to really be talked about. But yeah, I would if.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, good. Because I was already about thinking. Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay.
The last thing I heard
okay,
was
so like I
Lulu
was
and
rounding
gay.
up. I was rounding up before the network went out. I said one of the major reasons youths don't want to get married now is because of their finances. You know, the moment you know you don't have what it takes, you just want to shy away from it. It's not that you don't want to get married, but you know that the economic situation you find yourself in, what you yourself can bring to the table is not enough. You know, it takes the grace of God and a rugged kind of faith for a man to choose to get married when he knows that what he's receiving as an income cannot sustain the two of them. And this is the country Nigeria. Yes. So it is a major one that I feel it's not based on individual personality. It's just what the economy is saying. Like if the money is there, some people will marry you. Let's be sincere. If they see the money,
if the money is there, I would have had my 2 children by now. It's the
shut
money
up.
that is
That's not
stopping me.
marriage.
No,
Hello, sir. Shut up.
I'm not talking of marriage.
Shut up, sir.
I'm only using it to solidify a point of economy. If the money was there, I would have had my child by now. Because the only thing that is stopping for having child is that
you are still not marrying if the money is there. You just want to have your child.
Okay. The children will come. That marriage thing, see, I can marry anytime I want to marry, but it is not part of my priorities. I can marry after. Yes, it's not part of my priorities because I'm thinking of it. What is I've never still seen the reason. Like you had your own reason to get married. I will tell you marry within 5 years. I say 5 years, 5 months. You are saying something.
If you want to
Eh?
give back, that's the time.
That is what.
You want to have children. You want to have children.
I didn't hear you clearly.
Yeah, I can't hear him. Oh.
You can hear me now.
Okay, yes, yes.
Pagidi,
Mm.
can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you now.
I'm saying, okay, I'm saying, if you want to have kids, do it on time.
Okay,
Do
okay,
it on time.
okay,
Don't do it till
okay,
you are over 40. Yeah.
okay.
So you know, you go work for those kids.
Mm. My auntie said that too. My auntie said that too. That I did say like okay that so that I not be at the age of 60, and that's when I'm still taking my child to primary school or secondary school when I'm
Yes,
supposed
the
to be
earlier the
resting.
better. Oh no, that was why he said if he has money now, he will have children
Mm.
now. You know, he said it. He
Yes.
said if he has money now, he would have children. Yeah. So one of the
Yeah.
reasons why
But
people don't want to get married is because of the fear of divorce. See, there's
okay.
nobody that is not scared of divorce. It's an hidden fear in every home, even in godly home, even in the marriage of pastors, they are scared of divorce. But like the Bible says, it said he has not given us that spirit. We only have that spirit because we are human beings. But Christ
Yeah.
has not given us that spirit. So it is high time we wake up to the reality that if we are in Christ, that fear should not dominate us. I don't want to do. I don't want to
Definitely.
deal with
That's
that. So I don't turn this to a sermon. Hallelujah.
No, we're going to come out
So
you.
one of the reasons,
We go see time. but I'm flowing. I'm following.
so one of the reasons why we don't want to also get married is that we are scared to keep with the rules and regulation in marriage. You know, you will
Okay.
agree with me that marriage comes with a lot of rules and regulation. If you're a man, for example, a very simple example, if you're a man that loves crawling late into the night, the moment you marry, whether you like it or not, that woman will complain. If you're a man that enjoy the company of your friends after work, not necessarily for idolatry, what do they call it? Fornication. Not necessarily for fornication. You just want to have the men's hangout. You just feel the
Okay.
company of your friends, right? If you're a man that is in that category, the moment you marry, that woman at home will expect you to come home. So as a
Yes.
man, if you so much value those friendships, you might see marriage as a problem because you know
Yeah.
you can't keep to the rules and regulation. Another example is for somebody who is, I don't want to use this example, okay? So it will be as if I want to throw stone. I will not use that example. But the truth is, too much of rules and regulation in marriage. You cannot do this. You can't sleep outside. Okay, me
Use the
now.
example now.
Before I got total salvation, me as a person, I used to say that no marriage will take me out of clubbing. Yes, I love going to the club then. Not as a stripper, not as a drunkard, just to hear the loud music, take away my worries, and dance. That was the reason why I loved clubbing then. And you know, the moment I see that there's an avenue to go clubbing, I will go as a then. But right there and there, I know when I get married, I might not be able to go clubbing again, except if I get married to a man I met in the club. So the both of us will go clubbing together. Sure you get.
Yeah.
But if I don't get married to a man, exactly, two we get four. If I don't get married to a man who understand the synergy in a clubhouse, there'll be trouble. So the rules and regulations are one of the reasons why people don't want to get married. And finally, one of the reasons why we don't want to get married is that we are not just interested. It doesn't just make sense. It does. We have people like that. I will not shy away from that truth. They don't just see it.
I'm there.
You're
I'm
living
there.
testimony. Praise the
Yes.
Lord. I rest my case.
No, it's true. I've never seen the reason. See, if I need money, I'm going to get married because I know because of the kind of parents I have. Once people hear that their child wants to get married or their first wants to get married, oh my! No, I'm as much as I'm being realistic. I don't know. You get what I'm saying? It's not that oh my yakpa, but at the same time, people will come and they want to give or this and that, so I can raise money from there. Because marriage is business. If yeah, so that's the only reason. Apart from that, but I've taken Palumi's advice because someone else told me, that was my auntie. She told me, I can't remember whether it was last year. I'm not sure it's this year. I don't like talking about marriage, no, but I think she said last year that I should get married on time so as to have children on time and so as to, so that I'll not be raising my child. Because sometimes we don't really factor in that thing. We will just be saying we don't want to do this, we don't want to do that. At the end of the day, we don't know when we are 45. See me now, I'm talking. December now, I'll be 31.
You are becoming an old man. I need to go and marry.
So this is I'm 31, but it's 35. So see, so yes, I'll have to also be thinking of that. But like for me, the only major reason why I've not yet had any child. Wait, what does this say? Not get interest in marriage. Yes, it's true. Why do I have interest in marriage? Because why do I have it is fact. I'll still sleep with another person. So why should I deceive her? Unless she's ready for that kind of thing. And I cannot subject myself. I think sometimes, as much as you talk about communication, sometimes we just say things, but we don't put things into perspective. If the person, just like you said that if you're a clubber and you get married to a clubber, both of you can be going club together. So, and we know that there are so many marriages now. No, not now. So many marriages. The person that is coming to my mind is our person that is already our president now. We know that he has a first lady, but we also know that he has another person as well. That first lady is not the only wife he has. So there are several cases like that. So if there are people, ladies, that will accept that kind of thing with me, good and fine. And if I get to a stage where I now finally realize that I want to get married, I pray that woman will not be scarce. That after enjoying all my youthful this thing, that I now realize, like Solomon, that vanity is vanity. That I really need to settle down. I pray that one of the people that I've had branches with, I know they can hear me, they can see, they know themselves that one of the people I have branches with will be able to pity me and accept that this and that. But yes, it's been interesting having this conversation so far. I want to remove this comment that is there. So it's been interesting having this conversation so far. At least we've learned above all that companionship is important and that marriage is not a problem in itself. It is we. And this one is me paraphrasing Kalumi's talk that it is your state of mind. If you want to commit, it is your state of mind. If you don't want to commit, it is your state of mind. It's not another thing. I also talked about how no matter what you're suffering in the marriage, if you see that this is affecting your life, you can walk out of the place just to get fresh air and rethink things and go back in. And that's so many factors why we don't want to get married. Financial factors. I mean, nowadays, how much is hall? I mean, on average, hall now, we are talking of 500,000. Hall for wedding alone. We are not talking of the food that you will. And she wants to be getting the food of this chef, damn, this person that is cooking nonsense now. As she's saying she wants to break. You want to go to where they are being cooking or going and be putting spaghetti with orange. No, and like I said, why I said that the reason why that if I have money I'll give, because money for funding, that's where I'm calling it. Money for funding one child alone is, I mean, I don't know how you guys even do it. Because I was asking my friend that to have a child, like on average now, to have a child, you need like 2 to 3 million naira to have a child. Because the cost of buying, if you want to, you cannot overspend, but the cost of buying feeding materials, clothing materials, antenatal, pregnancy, bed space, all those kind of things. So child alone, just to have one baby, you're looking at, we are not talking of taking the child to daycare and all those kind of things. So above all, I think apart from our external desires, when I mean external desires, maybe having branches elsewhere and all those kind of things. One of the major reasons why people would not want to get married now is the financial reason. But I've also heard of people who did not have the money and they got married. And it's not like the money came, but after they got married, they were able to sustain themselves and they kept sustaining themselves. Because this thing is even funny. Sometimes you are single, no money. It's now when you marry that the money will now start coming. I don't know how that really works sometimes. When you are single like this, nothing. So maybe, I don't know, as you are praying, maybe you are praying. But I feel it's kind of I think it's going to be a fuck up if Pagidi just gets married like that. I mean, it's just like but yes, Bona Boy they married now. How? Even Davido will marry. The thing shocked me. If Bona Boy say he married now, one man down here. but it's well. We've enjoyed ourselves so far. 1 hour 50 minutes talking about the complexities of marriage. Marriage is complex, but at the same time, marriage is enjoyable. At least people like you people now, people can have sex at any time without thinking of whether you are hurting someone or you are this. You want to say something again?
We have an advantage. That's our advantage. We can knock anytime and anywhere.
It's a lie.
Yes.
He's not telling you the truth. He better tell you lies. You know me.
Wait. They usually say that if you are doing she know that when you marry, so that you'll be able to be enjoying all those things in marriage. So now there is another.
Let me tell you one of the things you might be ignorant of.
Okay.
I don't know if it's childbirth that affects women. Women lose interest in sex when they start giving birth. Not all women, but majority of women lose interest in sex when they start giving birth. I have a friend who told me a libido went from 100 to 0.
Wow.
I just think last week I was kind of talking with her. I told her, "Come, what do you want your husband to do?" She said she does not know that. I said, this guy want to look outside. He said that's his problem. So if you think married people have sex like that, you are on your own. No. If you are going inside because of that, it's a lie. You don't have sex more than once or twice every month.
In 30 days. Okay, Nike wants to say, oh yeah, Nike. Let me hear you.
Okay, Mr. Pelumi, I must commend your ability to say the truth in that regards. See, that lie they used to tell you people that when you marry.
I was thinking
that lie.
Wow, okay.
No, I would also, you know me that I would also say the truth. That lie they used to tell us that when you marry, you can have sex 5 times a day. Is a lie, See, let me shock you. Even on my wedding night, I didn't have sex. Well, it wasn't as if I was keeping virginity. But the truth is, you see that the reality is different from the say. And like he rightly said, as a woman, the moment you start giving birth, you lose interest.
Wow.
Let me shame myself here. Wow. I can say that as a married woman, I can go weeks without sex. And me and my husband sleep the same bed every night. You know, at some point I said to myself, am I starving this man? But the truth is, when you go day-to-day activity, even that cravings will not be there. It might come during the day. Maybe you're in the office or something just sparks you and you just say, oh, how I wish I'm at home. But see, the moment you leave your office for the working class women, and you enter motor that you are going home or you drive in Lagos traffic, that's craving for sex. With that.
God. Yes.
You should die before you get home.
God no get our own time for Lagos. It's just suffering us. Wow.
That's it. The moment you get home, the work at home, the children, the stress you are thinking about, you're already thinking about the next day. See, that craving for sex will fly away.
Hmm.
And the truth is, you see that you no longer enjoy it. So correct that notion, sir. Please correct it that when you get married, you have the license to. Okay, the only good part is that you are not condemning yourself that you are sinning in marriage. Sure, you get, but it's not true that you would have sex as often. It's a lie, oh. Especially if you're a working class woman, if you're a nursing mother, it's a lie.
Perhaps
In fact,
that's
some
where-
some people think the solution is to have a routine sex timetable. It still will not work.
timetable
It
in
still
marriage.
won't work. But yes, they do it though. They do it very well. There's timetable. You know, like my husband would always say, he says he knows that Monday to Friday he can't have sex with me because I'm already thinking about work the next day. So in his head, he believes that Saturday night is the best time to have sex with me because he knows I'm not worried about the next day. And the worst of the worst days. So you get the worst of the worst days to consider having sex with me is a Sunday night. Because you know Monday is coming with traffic, Monday is coming with stress, and you know I'm like, please, I'm thinking about tomorrow already. But it's not fair anyway, I will say the truth. But we can't help it because our body is already programming itself for the next day wahala. But like I would always say, one good thing I do is that when I realize that my husband needs sex, I would actually have to go the extra mile of forgetting the troubles of him what he wants at that time. Give him what he wants at that time. Satisfy that very moment. Tomorrow will cater for himself. If not, you will start having issues already. It's not easy. But when you have an understanding man, always compensate them back. That is my submission. Thank you.
So give so that you be giving back to you, if you want to put it that way. All right, thank you so much. We've been talking so far for the past, let me just say 2 hours because 1 hour 57 minutes, but let's just say we've been talking for the past 2 hours concerning this, and it's been so enjoyable because I'm just imagining, no, we're supposed to have this conversation yesterday, so I'm just imagining, assuming we're having it now, our mind would have been divided a little because we'll be thinking of Manchester City versus Inter Milan. It's good as we had it today with the rain again and everything. So next week, I don't know. I think at this point in time, I should actually acknowledge and thank God for the kind of wisdom or mind or brain he gave me, because we started these joint conversations with sex. That was last week. We talked about sex. This week we are talking about marriage. Next week now we'll be talking about parenting, which is the parental struggles of raising children who do not believe in you, because that too is a problem. Today we've talked about the complexities of the marriage in itself, and now from the marriage, and in the marriage that we're talking about today, we're mentioning children. So that's what we'll now fully discuss next week with a wonderful, no, let me leave our guest for next week talk. But I really appreciate Balumi for your time today, and I also appreciate Nike for your time today. Thank God the network was good, because one of the
Welcome.
wonderful things with all this online conversations or something is that if person network no good, the person no fit come online, you know, if you talk, or you will be as you say one thing or the other. So we thank God that network was good. We thank God that everything. We thank God NEPA did not take light today. Last week, NEPA used me to do shaggy. I was talking in the darkness. I don't even know how I managed it. How I did not, I don't know how I did it, because just 3 minutes into the conversation, Jen went off and there was no light, and I came to them. So maybe, sorry, what is this? Oh, thank you, Dr. Fleet. So maybe it's because I'm already trying to get used to it, and I'm also trying that we'll always be having this kind of conversation. We are now having one on Facebook. We may take it to Instagram and that time, or we may take it to Zoom and that time. But I enjoy this Facebook only. We'll continue. This Facebook one looks like Asofila, so we'll continue enjoying it here from time to time. And very soon, yes, I want to use this opportunity to book Oluwapeluwa down for any topic that you want to talk on, maybe on leadership, on money or something. So we're looking at if it's not July, then August, or we'll have that conversation with you soon. And Nike, we'll have more conversation with you concerning raising children, how it is like for mothers raising their children. I think that's also one conversation that people do encounter, but they've not been able to share, especially not how to raise children, but the struggles with raising children. So thank you so much today. I really appreciate your time. I really appreciate like Dr. Fritz said, beautiful submissions from you guys, Kolima and Nike. I love this convo. Okay, yes, it came late. So yes, it came late, but you can always watch it on repeat because this is Facebook, so it is going to stay here. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye for now.
Bye.
It's been 24 hours, I need more hours with you. We spent the weekend getting even. Ooh. We spent the late nights making things right between us. But now it's all good, babe. Roll that backward, babe, and play me close. Cause girls like you run around with guys like me till sundown. When I come through, I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Girls like you love fun and yeah, me do what I want. When I come through, I need a girl like